This is Pioneer's DMH-160BT. This is an in-dash AM/FM digital media receiver with a 6.8-inch capacitive touchscreen. It's compatible with Apple CarPlay when connected to a compatible iPhone using a wired connection through USB. It's also compatible with Android Auto when connected to a compatible Android-based phone with a wired connection through USB. The DMH-160BT has 3 pairs of RCA outputs for operating external amplifiers and is backup camera ready and Sirius XM ready. The USB port can be used to connect your phone and play back MP3 or FLAC music and other high-resolution audio, as well as MP4 videos and still images. The system features built-in Bluetooth for both hands-free calling and wireless streaming audio. Let's take a look and see what's in the box. All right, we'll just pop this open. And the first thing we get here is the wire harness. Now, the wire harness is used to make all of the electrical connections from the in-dash receiver over to the vehicle, like power and ground and speakers. All of those type of connections will happen here. Here are a handful of install screws to mount that in the dash. Next up, we have the Bluetooth microphone. Now, the Bluetooth microphone here is used for making hands-free Bluetooth phone calls. It's also used for communicating with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. And this comes on a wire about 10 feet long or so for a very flexible installation. Next up, we have the USB extension cable. Now, please note that the USB port is on the back of this receiver, and that means when you do the installation, you'll use the USB extension cable to bring the USB port up into the passenger compartment of your vehicle. And next up, we have 4 different connections, input and output connections on the back of the receiver, and I'll show you each one of these connections in detail a little bit later in the video. RCA outputs, Sirius XM camera input. I'll show you all the details there in just a moment. Next up, we have the quick start guide and owner's manual. And please note that you can download a complete copy of the owner's manual for this product in PDF form right onto your cell phone from pioneerelectronics.com. And finally, we have the warranty card. There we go. There's the warranty card. And let's get the receiver up out of the box here. All right, there we go. This is a digital media receiver, and that means it does not play CDs or DVDs. On the front panel of the DMH-160BT, the operation keys are built into the display on this button panel on the left side. The volume control is here. The home key is here. The voice activation key is here. This is a digital media receiver and does not play CDs or DVDs. You'll do most of your interaction with the in-dash receiver with the 6.8-inch capacitive touchscreen display. On the back panel of the DMH-160BT, we'll start off with the AM/FM antenna from the vehicle, and that'll plug in right here. You'll plug in the Bluetooth microphone right here. The Bluetooth microphone is used for making hands-free Bluetooth phone calls and for giving commands to Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. Next, we have a block of 4 white jacks here. On the top left is the jack for the dedicated backup camera input. The Pioneer DMH-160BT is designed to operate with the optional ND-BC8 backup camera from Pioneer. Also part of the top left white jack is the steering wheel remote control input. You can use your steering wheel controls to operate the in-dash receiver with the use of an optional third-party steering wheel control adapter. Additionally, there's an external mute. This can be used to mute the in-dash receiver with a temporary ground signal to an external device. The white jack on the top right is for adding on the optional SXV300 or newer tuner from Sirius XM. The white jack on the bottom left is for the auxiliary input. This is a 3.5mm jack that can be used for both audio and video input. The white jack on the bottom right is for the RCA outputs. There are 3 pairs of RCA outputs for operating external amplifiers. They are set up as front, rear, and subwoofer outputs, and these are 2-volt RCA outputs. There's also an RCA output for an additional monitor. And this is where you'll plug in the power and ground wire harness connected to the vehicle. The Pioneer DMH-160BT has a built-in amplifier that's designed to operate up to 4 speakers in your vehicle. And here is the USB-A port that can be used for Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. The USB port can also be used for music, movies, and still images through a USB flash drive. And remember, we also include a USB extension in the box to bring this USB port up into the passenger compartment of your vehicle. Now please note this white piece of plastic is part of the packing material and it should be removed during the installation in your vehicle. And that is Pioneer's DMH-160BT and what's in the box.